You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Welcome to Mr. Credit. We are live and local here in San Diego, Sorrento Valley to be exact. We're bringing you the most important hour in radio across the land. We're telling you everything, and I mean everything, they don't want you to know. When we say they, of course, we mean the Wall Street gangsters, the government, the big banks, the big, ugly, nasty credit bureaus. Even the media is trying to deceive you. Debt settlement companies are the worst. Really, anyone who's trying to deceive you or get you to spend your money unwisely. Remember, you can go to MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email, or do a Facebook search for Mr. Credit, and you will find me there. Thank goodness, if I had a hallelujah button, I would hit it right now as the Padres finally won a game. Oh man, if you were holding your breath for that one, you're toast. Because they lost 10 games in a row, and it started to become the talk of the town. I mean, it was the first thing that they were talking about on SportsCenter was, can the Padres win a game? After having such a great season, losing 10 in a row, down the stretch of all places, we still had a half-game lead over Cincinnati going into the, over San Francisco going into the game last night against Los Angeles at home. That was a tough one to watch. It really was. I mean, I was biting my nails. We had a whole bunch of people in the house, just everyone screaming at the TV, please win a freaking game, and they did. They pulled it out. They finally looked decent. Like there was a little confidence there. You started to see some smirks on some faces. Guys started to realize, hey, we're just playing a game here. Let's just play our game. Adams came in, did great. I think he really was the big boost there. Got the insurance run with Eckstein, who is the man.
I'm Rick James.
Love Eckstein. Got us that insurance run. Everyone was good. Heath Bell came in and closed it out. Thank you. All right, that being said, I do have a clip that we're going to queue up from August 5th because I don't want to be – I'm not an I told you so guy, and if we had lost the game last night, I couldn't have played this. You got to understand, I'm in the same studio as Double X. I would catch a severe beatdown if I were to just, give them the business while they're down. But at the same time, now that we've won, I can go ahead and play the clip from August 5th. If we have it ready to go, let's fire Padres it up. Win big tonight. Now, they did make a huge mistake, and in fact, I'm going to be calling Darren Smith as soon as I leave the studio to talk about it on Double X, is the Padres screwed up, and they went and got these guys, and they messed up their whole chemistry. They got rid of Junior in center field. They brought in some guy who kicked a couple of balls last night, missed an easy catch, and then they brought in a guy from St. Louis who supposedly has the big bat, and we lost 9-0 last night. So they went in, they screwed everything up, they took out the guys, the chemistry's changed, the attitude is different, everybody's looking over their shoulder in the locker room. This is not how you make a champion out of a team that was already good. No need to fix it if it isn't broken, and I think that there was a huge mistake made here.
This is ridiculous.
All we had to do was keep the team we had, and we were World Series bound. I am now revoking my prediction that the Padres would make it to the World Series. Now, that's not being a fair weather fan. That is just looking at what has happened and the fact that things have changed. I made that prediction based on who was on the team and the way the team was headed. They have cut those players. I disagree with it. I think that they are now going to be lucky to make the playoffs. I really hope that they will, but I'm worried. Now, who knows? They could easily bring these guys back in.
That was August 5th.
And that was me saying that basically the change in the chemistry was something that was going to have an effect on the team. It clearly did. We lost 10 games in a row. That doesn't mean it's over. I do want to point out, because I'm obviously trying to be on the up and up, if it's the case that we got it out of our system, maybe this could be like the 2006 Cardinals, who almost blew it. And if the Brewers had won on the final day of the season, they wouldn't have even made the playoffs. The Brewers lost, the Cardinals lost, and then the Cardinals went on to win the World Series that year. So I'm not going into the tank here. I'm just saying I'm glad they won. I'm trying to look at the positives as well. But I did tell you so, and I'm not the guy to do the I told you so thing. But that's what happened. They changed the chemistry of the team, all right, when things were going great, and eventually it caught up to us. It caught up to us, and for crying out loud, please put Tony Gwynn in center field. Get DeSmurfia or whatever his name is. Get that guy out of center field. Get Tony Gwynn back in there. We're a defensive team. That's how we win games. Get the best defensive player in there. The offense will come. So coming off a 3-day weekend, which is pretty normal for the Mr. Credit Show. We're here Tuesday through Friday at noon. And by the way, you can catch all the San Diego Padres action right here. We got a lot of college football going here too on San Diego 1700. Make sure you save this station in your dial. We've got LA again tonight and again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. downtown at Petco Park. If you can't make it down there, make sure you tune in to 1700 AM so you can catch the game as the Padres try to hang on, now with only a 1-game lead over San Francisco. But 3-day weekend, a lot of people out doing a lot of things. There was all sorts of parties going on and stuff like that. Of course, me, my situation, going through the divorce and so forth, I am looking for places to live. Now, of course, the way that divorces go and things like that, I'm kind of laying down on this one, not really coming away with anything. Oh, wait a minute. I did get a bed. I'm getting the bed. So since I'm getting the bed, maybe I'll just try to find some, I think there's some empty office space upstairs here in the building. I'll just go ahead and drop it in there and hang out there for a little bit. But seriously, I was looking pretty much all weekend. I'm looking at downtown as a place to live. Pretty much spent my entire weekend doing that, so not that exciting, but found some cool places. I'm looking again to this afternoon. Hopefully I'll find the right one. But I do want to go out of my way to say thank you to everyone who's sending their, condolences and things like that, and people are at Facebook messaging me and emailing. And look, I appreciate the fact that, people would reach out and say, hey, I'm sorry and stuff like that. But don't feel sorry for me. I'm telling you, I'm just being honest with you.
It is your destiny
to be happier. Seriously. I feel great. I really do. I really feel like I've gotten a monkey off my back. I feel fantastic. I'm looking forward to, a new chapter in my life. I really feel good. So I appreciate the fact that everyone wants to, console me. But honestly, I feel fantastic. So no need. But I appreciate it. I do want to make sure that that's clear. And I'll continue to update you. I think I have found the firm that I'm going to work with, the attorney that I'm going to work with, who of course I'll be recommending. I've gone through a process. Remember, folks, I bring you service providers on the show that I have gone through an extensive process to find. William McDonald, do you think I found him in the yellow pages? I went through hell to find a good bankruptcy attorney. I really did. Worked with dozens of them, and I'm bringing you the best one in town. That's the reason I recommend him on the show. I did the same thing. I did all the work for you to find the best divorce attorney, the best family law attorney in town. And I'm going to be bringing them to you soon. Goldberg Jones. They're in Mission Valley. Great guys. Great guys. We're going to bring Zephyr on the show. It's going to be awesome. It's not 100% final yet, but I'm telling you, I've gone through the process here. And I have found the best for you, and that's who I'm going to bring to you. That's the way we do it on this show. I don't just take anyone who walks through the door. That's not how it works. I go through a significant process to find these folks. So, it's just one of those things. I'm 99% sure that's the direction that we're going to be going. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff, though. We're going to reach all across the realm. We're going to talk about Fannie and Freddie. There's some very interesting things that are going on there, some things that the government is saying about them. That's going to be very interesting. Also, there's some credit cards out there that you have to be careful of. A lot of people are they're missing a very important part of how the credit scoring model works with your credit cards and the limits and the way that those are being reported because you're not looking at your credit report often enough. And I'm going to tell you exactly what some of those cards are and what they're doing to try to hold you down. Remember, the lower your credit score, the more interest they can charge you, which makes them more money. Also, store brand credit cards. You haven't been getting a ton of questions about these. The Macy's card, the Sears card, those things, and whether those are good to get. A lot of people ask me, should I get one of these if I can save 10%? Does it make sense? I'm going to go through the whole shebang on that, point by point, to explain when it makes sense to get a store brand credit card, when it does not. Okay, and there are very specific instances for that, so that's something you'll want to pay attention to. Also, debt settlement. Remember, we've been telling you, we've been warning you about these companies. They've been advertising all over the place. Hey, if you have more than $10,000 in debt, give us a call. We'll make you debt-free, no time at all. And these people have been out there. They've been advertising. They've been advertising heavily. I told you about how Wall Street's gotten behind it and started investing money into it, and how they're going to continue to advertise heavily until the rules change. Remember, we brought you the new rule change for the debt settlement companies where they can't charge you up front, but that's not effective until October. So I'm going to go through exactly what they're doing, okay, how they're positioning themselves, how they're trying to steal your money. They're trying to steal your money right now